let me draw that out on the whiteboard here, and let me kind of show you how the term conversion, when you're sitting down with a client and you have an opportunity to do an annual review or doing a current client lead or some with the term policy that they've had, even if it's a brand new client with a term policy, you can show them the advantages. So what I typically like to do is I like to draw a graph out, okay, and I put their current age. So let's say they're 55, and then I put age 100, and then let's say they have a term policy for $100,000, and it's a 20-year term they got when they were 45. Okay, so I will kind of show a line where this 100,000 coverage will go to age 65, and it stops at 65. So it'll cover this 20-year term. They have 100,000, and then I show them, okay, Joe, now you've got your term. You're 55 now. You've got 10 years, so you only have 10 years. Okay, when do you think you're likely to die? Do you think you're likely to die between here and here, or between here and here? Okay, and visually, when you draw it out like that, obviously this shows a smaller distance between today and when their term ends versus 65 and 100. Okay, because the assumption is they probably would be dead by 100. And so when you show them this and you ask them, when do you think you're likely to die? They're going to probably say somewhere out here. Okay. And so the question is, so Joe, if you think you're probably likely to die out here, will this 100,000 cover you? And they'll say, well, no, it won't. Okay. I say, okay, well, let me show you how maybe what we can do is convert your policy to something permanent, and maybe it won't cost you that much more. Let me show you the benefit of doing that. And so how much are you paying for your $100,000 policy? Well, since they're 45 at 100,000, I don't know, let's just throw a number out there. Let's say they're paying $45 a month. This is just off the top of my head for that term policy. That actually might even be a little bit high. But anyway, then so what you do is say, okay, well, why don't we do this? I can probably do a $50,000 we can convert to $50,000, and this will go the rest of your life. So you'll always have 50,000, okay? And actually 50,000 at age 55, this might be $80 a month, but you'll have that for the long haul. So the difference between you're already putting in $45 a month for 100,000. It's just an additional $35 a month to have permanent insurance. Is it worth it for you to have to invest it? Can't say invest. I'm sorry. To put additional $35 a month for your insurance protection, to know that your spouse will have 50,000 guaranteed for the rest of your life. So whenever you pass away out here, you'll get $50,000. Doesn't that make better sense for you? And they're going to jump on that like white on rice, gang. It's such a powerful visual when you show them the option to convert a policy. And then here's the beautiful thing about it is when you convert it, you're going to commission on that full $80 a month policy, universal life policy. Okay, so that's the benefit of being able to show them a graph that shows them it makes sense to switch from a term policy to a whole life. Now, I have a client that I wrote a year ago, and this client I wrote, he's like 60 something. I think he was 60. I wrote him, I believe it was a CFG or Forsters. No, it was a Term Life Express with Mutual of Omaha. And they're paying like, I believe it was about 70, it's like $72 a month. Okay. And it goes 30 years. It's a 30-year program. So he's like, I think it's like he's 61. It's going to take him to 91. Okay. age 91. And he's paying about 72 bucks a month for this policy. And at the time, I didn't even think, because I knew we could get a 30-year term on Term Life Express, and we can cover it for the long haul. It was like for 25,000. Okay, is really all they needed. And then, so I have an annual review set up, and I was kind of looking at the numbers. I go, I wonder if I did Smart UL for 25,000, Smart UL, a permanent policy, what would the premium be on a Smart UL? And even though he'd be at 62, actually I think I wrote it, yeah, I think it'd actually be 62 or 63. For a Smart UL for 25,000, I think it's like 14 bucks more. It's like $86 a month. For a Smart UL that will go extend this to age 121. Okay. Now, what are they getting for $14 more a month? Number one, they're getting a permanent policy. So if he should outlive the 30 years, they'd still have insurance. The likelihood, who knows if he's going to live past 91, but at least they have the peace of mind knowing they could do that. The other thing about it is that it grows cash value. So they're going to have cash value growth over time versus a term policy, which is zero cash. So if they should want to take their premium payments out of the cash, they could do it. So what they're doing basically for that $14 extra a month is they're putting money away that they can access in the future, have 25,000 that's guaranteed to go to age 121, and it's better all the way around. Now, why didn't I think about this when I was in the heat of battle in front of them? I don't know. I wasn't thinking, okay? I mean, last year, a year ago, I don't know where I was. I was, I don't write very many applications every year just because I do this for fun. And it just kind of occurred to me, term policy, mortgage protection, term policy. They had a $25,000 mortgage. Boom, I just kind of went into automatic pilot mode. Well, to discover a year later that I could benefit them better by Smart UL, I'm going to do it. And we're going to sit down with them. It might even be this afternoon. And I might be able to make an $86 a month sale for a policy that's going to do them better, even though they had the previous policy for a year. Okay, just kind of, I think it works out the best for them. All right, so hopefully that made sense.